I mean,
which is Kanye's.
Lil Wayne and Kanye, have collaborated on several tracks. So.
Fuck Lil Wayne. We got Juvenile back on Cash Money. I don't care. Real talk. Juvie is back on Cash Money Records, making an album right now.
Wow.
So I can give a fuck about what Lil Wayne album sound like.
And this is the crazy thing.
Juvie coming out, back that ass up part 2. I'm
Now this was
Keep
crazy.
backing that ass
this
up.
Was crazy. That is the crazy shit. If you think about it.
What's going on? This is Ray K for Wollie Mopped Gaming Podcast, episode number 21. We're legal, guys. We're fucking legal.
We can go to we are
going to a bar. Yeah,
I would hope we were legal. Damn it.
We're 21 now. It's 21, baby.
21.
To no surprise to anybody who's been listening, we are not a full house today.
Again.
But we were last time. Hope you guys enjoyed
having 4 people. Now we're back down to 3.
Hopefully you enjoyed our BS topic.
Apparently,
oh God.
Apparently,
no Amber Alerts tonight.
No Amber Alerts.
No, I was gonna say apparently Pestilence decided not to join us tonight.
Pretty much. Really? Really, Pestilence.
Okay, so it's easy to say that we know who the Pestilence of this 4 horsemen is.
But you know what I'm saying? Still a very good week. A lot of shit to talk about. The PlayStation event was last week, and some things happened, and we'll get to that in a little bit. But Tony P, how you doing this week? What you playing?
Chilling, man. I've actually been getting back with that Dynasty Warriors 8, man. You know what I'm saying?
Warriors.
Yeah,
surprised you ain't beat every missionaries.
Dude, I fell back on it for a while because I was on my Tekken Tag Tournament too heavy.
True.
But now I'm getting back into that. I'm actually doing the Wave storyline. After I finish that, I'm going to go back, do all the hypotheticals, get all those stars unlocked, and then I'm going to go ahead and bust out the Jin storyline from there.
Is it difficulty getting any harder, or are you like so super leveled up at this
point? Well, no,
I'm
not. Well, believe it or not, I really only play with like maybe a handful or 2 handfuls of characters. So those that I do play with, I got them boosted up. But those that I normally don't play with, I'm just going through the storyline. I'm just going through the storyline with them to get the story complete. And then after a while, I'll go ahead and knock out ambition mode and get everybody leveled up.
If it's not freaking Gundam, I don't know how you get through those, man. I don't know, like Gundam.
I mean, Gundam in itself is a task. You know what I'm saying?
Gundam is awesome because
I got that achievement. I got the achievement for all
Gundam.
200 and some odd characters.
Yeah.
On the first Gundam game.
Yeah.
But that was by the time the third Gundam game came out that I
finished
trust
it. There's way more characters in the third one. Way more.
The main Dynasty Warriors stuff, they usually have a lot of content in them.
Yeah.
And I'm glad they do have the Gundam series with Dynasty Warriors. But I want an actual Gundam game. I'm tired of Dynasty Warriors Gundam. Give me a Gundam game like the one, like the Unicorn Gundam they were supposed to release here in the States, or they said they were going to, and then they backed out.
You sound a little salty, sir.
I am very salty. I haven't played a good Gundam game since PS2. A good one that's not Dynasty Wars.
Okay.
Since PS2, and the last one was Encounters in Space. And
I would really enjoy a turn-based Gundam game.
That sounds kind of interesting. They had
with a good story, like a traditional RPG turn-based, and you can level up characters and all special moves and shit. I would enjoy that.
They had a tactical one. It wasn't a turn-based game, but it was a tactical.
Yeah, I know. Top down. Yeah.
No. It was actually you actually moved from person. It was Zeonic. It was called Zeonic Front.
I think I remember. It was akin to thinking of the game, can't think of it right now.
I think I know the one.
The Bureau, XCOM.
Yeah, XCOM. Yes, very similar to that.
Yeah.
I just give me Gundam, please. I want Gundam games. I miss Gundam. Gundam is
otherwise we'll have to keep dealing with the saltiness.
Yeah, lots of saltiness. Well, I get my fix by watching because next year they're releasing all of the Gundam series over here to the States. So
did they ever make a new chapter for that one that came out on PlayStation 4 and they had? I mean the movie. They were making these new movies and it was Gundam. Gosh, I can't remember what it was, but you were like in this colony, And
that's like all of them.
yeah, you're in this colony.
You're in this colony.
And you're this kid. That's in all of them.
Yeah.
That's definitely all of them.
And you learn to fly the Gundam, but you're fighting like with the guy with the gold face mask. It's not him. It's like his son. And they bring him back. I got him somewhere. Right? I'll pull it up in a little bit. But anyways, Will, what's going on this week? What you been playing, man?
Yeah, you know what I mean, man. It's just.
I mean, I said Will, not Tony.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah. Hey, fuck you. I know where you live.
I know where you live too. I know where this motherfucker sitting at the table live as well. We all know where each other live. Anyways, I'm doing good. I'm doing great. I beat Far Cry 4.
Woo! After much trepidation.
Yes.
I
played the game twice.
I was able to recover some of my data, but it was like right now I'm 75% complete with the game. When I lost my stuff, I was about 50% done with the game. When the recovered stuff, I was about 15% of the game, so I had to.
So there's another 50% you had to accumulate.
I had to basically.
You had to trek it, boy.
Do it all over again, which is fine. I'm now trying to get all the little. You got masks that you can collect, propaganda posters you tear down, and you got a lot of spots to
propaganda posters. That sounds pretty cool.
Yeah, there's a lot of propaganda. There's propaganda missions and propaganda posters, and the story. Wow, the story we'll just say it's a lot different than 3. 3 story makes you feel like a monster at the end.
Yeah, 3 is
damn.
3.
Yeah.
3 is.
3 makes you feel like a monster at the end.
I play. Let me tell you about 3.
Bad ending for 3 is like, oh shit.
Yeah, I played the good one and the bad one. Yeah, but like 3, I was in a very weird place because I played that game and then I played BioShock Infinite directly after. Mm-hmm. So like I was like, it was like mind fuck on top of mind fuck.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Though BioShock had a larger mind fuck than
that's a Wollie Mopped podcast
in itself. Yeah.
Talking about one game.
The story for this one is a lot more toned down. There's actually 3 endings to it. One that you can do like as soon as you boot up the game and after the first cutscene happens, you can get your first ending that way by just waiting.
Really?
By just waiting. By just wait. When you're in there, when you first started the game and stuff like that, you get taken to Pagan Min. He's the main bad guy's place, to his castle and stuff like that. And he gives you the option. He just says, "All right, have some of the crab brulee or whatever it is, and just sit there. I'm gonna take care of some business. I'll be right back." And he goes off and stuff like that. If you wait there, he'll come back and then you get an ending. Basically, he'll come back and he'll explain everything to you. Everything.
Wow.
Who he is, who your father is,
wow.
who your mom was, and everything that happened to why things happened the way they did.
Yeah.
And then he'll just be like, and that's the end of the story. Yeah. In the game, you get 2 other endings. You get a good ending and a bad ending, but
a la Far Cry 3.
You get a good ending and a bad ending, but they're not like Far Cry 3 in the sense of the weight that they have.
You had to think about those.
This
heavy
one,
on choice.
Well, no, not even the fact of how you choose. It's more the fact of I have an option to do A or B. Good. If I do A, I will be told everything. I will get all the information I want. If I do B, the game ends.
Really?
Yeah.
Really? Like nothing else.
So it's more like, do you like story or do you not?
Yeah, literally. I'm just blah and just do whatever. Or you can do the other choice and you can actually have he'll basically explain everything he would have explained to you if you'd have waited.
Wow.
Except he has a little bit more of a not really. He's not angry. Actually, the entire time, dude's not angry. He is chill as fuck the entire time. Like he's sending you messages and talking to you.
Hey, bro.
Chill as fuck.
What's going on?
Fuck,
Let's go
dude.
get a drink, dude.
It's on me.
But he's chill. He just talks to you. Y'all eat a little bit, and then he explains everything. And at the end, you just feel like, wow, what the fuck did I just do? And then you also the bigger decision. Well, not really. The decisions that you make in the game really don't affect too much, in the sense of what's going to happen to pagan
At the
men.
end of it, yeah.
For pagan men.
Yeah.
You have four main decision missions in the story, and basically you're fighting with this guerrilla group called the Golden Path. They're the ones that are trying to fight pagan men. There are two leaders of the Golden Path who want to do things their own way, and they're always fighting. They're always butting heads, and they'll come to you like, you need to do this. There's a guy named Sabal, and there's a woman named Amita. And they'll be like, you need to do A, B, and C, and they'll try to guilt you into it or whatnot. And if you don't choose that person, whoever you choose, the opposite person will bitch you out.
So in other words, the real meaning of a lose-lose situation.
What bothered me with all that is it's cool having those because they make it seem like each one of those decisions has some weight to it. What bothers me is none of it really matters except for the last choice decision mission between those two.
Okay.
The last one. That's the only one that it's like, if you choose this one, this person will win. If you choose this one, this person will win. It's like, what about all the fucking other missions I did?
Like none of that other shit mattered.
None of that mattered. And then after that, you get an epilogue between a little epilogue. You can find the person who you basically let win. And or you chose to be the leader of the country, and you get to see their true side essentially.
Yeah,
and,
that sounds cool.
I chose somebody, and the fucking shit made me mad.
Dare I ask what happened?
Nah,
no.
Okay,
I'm not gonna spoil it.
Okay,
That's why I've been trying to
enough.
pick and choose my words carefully.
Okay,
but
cool,
all in all, I'm glad. What about you? What you been playing?
Oh man, boy,
All right, Tony.
You know, I'm getting real tired of both of y'all.
He's been playing some Dynasty Warriors, man.
I know he ain't been playing no damn Dynasty Warriors.
Not
He
really
ain't about that life.
Nah, not about that life.
I'm not about that life either. Tell you the truth.
Well, fuck both of y'all.
So I've been playing a lot more Dragon Age 2, not Inquisition. You guys
trying to catch up
to play Inquisition. So I've been playing a lot of Dragon Age. I've been playing, of course, every now and then I get a little bit of. I still haven't done any of the story mode.
Sunset Overdrive.
But I've done all this. I'm still doing side missions. So yeah, and it's fun. It's just stupid fun.
As long as it's fun, hey, that's all that matters. Man.
Every week in the game, you get a special message from the creators of the game.
Really?
Yeah.
Like they recorded or they send
you can, if you're on Facebook, you can do it on Facebook. But there's this thing called Sunset TV in the game, and you can go to like a station. There's stations all over, like TVs all over, and you'll see like this guy, I forget his name, but he's like talking on the TV and stuff, and he'll let you know about like new challenges and everything. And it's like 15 minutes, not like 5 minutes. Sit there and watch it, and what's Mr. Xbox's name? Not Phil Spencer. Major Nelson was on it this week, so I checked it out. He has some pretty cool stuff to say.
Mr. Xbox.
Yeah, he's like freaking Mr. Xbox, right?
Yeah.
And I started playing Peggle 2.
Peggle?
Peggle 2? Yeah. Peggle, it's strangely addictive, man.
What is it?
Okay then.
It's just like a block game. You gotta it's like, remember the old games where you gotta bounce the ball to hit all the squares and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's a very basic game, but it's just done very well, and it lets me it makes me think like, you know, it doesn't matter what the game looks like or does, as long as the actual game mechanics are so freaking solid, a game can be really addictive.
Yep.
And I want to give a little love. Our good friend Tanner hit us up. I don't know if that's anybody about this.
No, you told me to hit you up, but you didn't tell me like anything else. You do that shit.
You pretty much like throw the gist of it out there.
You just like,
we're looking like,
your friend talked to me. Okay, that's cool. Talk to him. Let me know what's up.
And don't let me. The rest of them were like, huh? What?
You didn't tell us what happened.
Exactly.
So Tanner's got some guys that are doing this indie game, and they gave us some codes. So I'm not gonna give you the codes. But the game is on Steam right now, and it's called Potato Man. Seeks the Truth.
Potato Man.
So we haven't checked it out, but it's still in early development. But I definitely, as soon as we it's on Steam, so we'll have to go check it out. And
who's the guy that's who's the friend?
I'm trying to think of the developers. The developer, he hasn't told me the developer's name yet. But Potato Man, Potato Man Seeks the Truth is the name of the game. So we want to give them some love, and we're gonna check them out and do some kind of in-depth stuff with them pretty soon. So
Potato Man.
Potato Man.
a little excited about that. So yeah. All right, so we're gonna get into this PlayStation filled. Fuck this place.
Sir.
I'm sorry, I'm good. I'm good.
Sir.
I'm good.
Moan,
guys.
Sir.
moan.
Sir,
Bitch moan.
get out of your, sir.
The
Get out
stories
of
you
your.
should have heard about coming up next. All right, next topic in the story you should have heard of the PlayStation Experience, I think it was called.
Yes.
Where they ruined everything, but we'll get to that soon enough. They did show off some No Man's Sky, and it looked pretty darn impressive. They showed the warp speed, I guess you want to say. Some fighting, some more different worlds, some worlds that truly looked different than the worlds they said. Because I know they were like, oh yeah, some worlds have this, some worlds have that, but they truly showed off. It looked like some dinosaurs or some shit was in the worlds, or like
some kind of like alien, alien life form.
Yeah, it was very, very cool, and it made me think. Like, I wonder if you'll get to a world, right, that's inhabited like a old school Krypton or something like that.
That'd be cool.
Like, you get there and there's already like a
civilization
planet there that you got to explore, and there's already history there. That would be badass.
That should make sense.
Yeah.
I
mean, if every world is just fucking uninhabited and no,
I wouldn't be. I would just be like, really?
I mean, like, yeah. I mean, at least I'm pretty sure it's not all of them.
No.
But to have just think you go to a world and it's like a Star Wars city in the sky type thing going on. That'd be amazing.
Yeah, they it looks good just for the sense of it looks vast.
Good. Yeah.
It looks very vast.
If you're looking for a game with plenty of hours, boy, let me tell you.
Not only does it look like that, I mean, they showed off like these like artifacts or whatever like that, like these ruins and stuff, and like dude stepped in like this I guess you can say kind of like a portal or whatever like that.
Yeah.
And it teleported him somewhere else.
Really?
That was weird. But it just looks like something that just is going to be exciting.
So of course, No Man's Sky, as of now, it hasn't really been quoted as a PlayStation exclusive. Every time you ask the developers, they say something like, "Well, we know that this is coming on PlayStation first, or it's coming to PlayStation and the PC, or whatever the case is."
Oh yeah.
So we don't know if that's an exclusive, unlike some game developers that we're going to talk about later. But I mean, it looks very exciting, but no word on story or what's going on. Or is there one main story? Are there many stories?
Or maybe it's just exploration.
Do you make your own story as the story goes? Like what's really going on?
It doesn't seem like it's a game that has a story. It really doesn't. It just seems like a game that you just travel
and explore
and just explore and I guess you just.
I mean, I get like it's and in that sense, it's more like a NES game.
Oh yeah.
Like, remember back in NES games that you would get like the cover of the book, but you would kind of have to put the pieces together what you thought was going on yourself and everything. Like, I remember hours like going through like going through the little 1-page story that they gave you and trying to get Ghosts and Goblins or Ninja Gaiden.
Like a synopsis of the story and a couple of the characters.
The presses of the cast, you got to get her out. And your mind just like made everything else up. So, I mean, No Man's Sky looking pretty freaking good.
Oh yeah.
After they lost like all of their work and had to remake everything. You know what's cool in that trailer that we saw that I liked? The establishes that were like, I wonder if you can go to a world and like there just already be like a history behind that world, like in the sense of there's already like civilization and a kind of people or alien that already living there. Like, we saw some outposts, and we saw like look like a garage you had or something with your ships and stuff like that, which is pretty cool. But I want more.
Oh yeah, God, just give me an idea of what the hell's going on. That's what I want.
Yeah, I still have that feeling like I don't understand what's going on.
It seems so vast and so big, and they're giving
in
us
a good way though.
In a good way, but they're giving us these bite-sized chunks that just don't
Right, it
tell
just
the
kind of
story.
keep you on the cusp of guessing
Like,
what is going on.
It seems so boring in a way. I mean, boring is a very narrow way to put it. I mean, the sum of its parts seem exciting.
Yeah.
Like the adventuring, the spaceship, the expanding worlds, you know what I'm saying? The not knowing what's going to happen next. Even the creators don't know what's going to happen next, you know what I mean? Like, it's an experience to them too, but it just seems very unlinear, but unlinear in a bad way. Unlinear as in, like, I don't have any goals. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like I would play in a world of No Man's Sky, and I hope this is not the case. But I feel like I would play in a world, and then after 2 or 3 hours, like
You'd automatically just be like, okay, let me find something else to play.
I mean, no, I would keep coming back to it, but I feel like I would get tired of it quickly. You know what I'm saying? Like I haven't yet seen a goal, and maybe that's intentional by the creators, because they don't want to give too much away before it's time. And
Right.
I mean, and rightfully so. But at the moment, right now, if I'm sold on No Man's Sky as a premise.
Yeah.
As something that I want to see,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm not sold on it as like what it is.
Yeah, I guess that kind of worries me now, looking in retrospect.
Yeah.
Destiny, which Destiny is.
I was gonna say it's almost like a Destiny type. It only has like a Destiny type.
Well, it's sci-fi
correlation.
and everything,
Yeah.
so yeah, it does have it.
I'm just hoping
Or
that
Watch
they
Dogs
actually have
for that, yeah.
yeah, like it because we're hyping this game up and stuff like that, and I'm trying not to get myself too hyped, so
It's kinda hard.
run into like that. Well, fuck, I got let down now because this game's not what I thought it would be.
It's kind of like that game we were talking about last week, the non-violent MMO.
Yeah.
Oh, Lord.
Exactly like that.
It feels it has the same feeling to it.
Yeah, I mean it just looks good and everything, but I don't know. Well, I guess we'll just see when the game
Yeah,
comes
see
out.
when No Man's Sky comes out. Yeah,
Yep.
which is when.
No date yet.
But then they feel like
I don't think they.
not a date. They was like spring 2015. 16, something like
I don't think it's coming out that soon. It's coming out soon. Let's just say that.
Not that Drake.
In the next story, the story you just heard about, Drake is back with Uncharted 4.
Not that Drake. I got confused.
Yeah, not Drake. That's trending from P Diddy.
Our wonderful friend Nathan Drake.
Nathan Drake, aka why don't they just cast him in the movie? What's his name? Nolan North.
Nolan North. He's old.
Why
He's
don't
too
they-
old, man.
Oh, I
He
would
is way
watch
too
it.
old.
Oh my gosh.
He has the voice for it, of course, because this is his voice.
He
He's
looks
Nathan.
like him, like a younger him.
Yeah,
but looks like him.
he's Nolan North is up in age, man.
Yeah.
He's up in age.
So A Thief's End, it's official. It's a thing. We saw a lot. We saw 15 minutes of it at the
gameplay trailer.
and it was spectacular.
Oh, gorgeous!
It was spectacular.
It still has that Uncharted look and feel to
Yeah.
it, but it looks more
Better.
It looks way better. It looks
It looks
crisp,
more better. Think
more
about how
better.
broken
It looks more better.
I mean,
betterer, goddammit, betterer.
But after you,
That's even worse.
But after you see the footage, it's just like
It's gorgeous.
you
Beautiful
just
game.
it better makes sense once you see the footage.
Oh yeah. I mean, they really took the
when he's sitting there and it's still got that tongue in cheek humor. It's like
Oh, yeah.
when he's like going through this island, which is like, and all the pirates are there and they're like dead and skeleton like. And he's like, bad day, huh?
Yeah.
He's like, have you seen a guy kind of skinny,
Yes,
high,
yeah.
stupid, talking about treasure? I love him.
Yeah, he still has his tongue in cheek humor.
I mean,
Uh,
I
it's-
bought. Let me tell you, I bought Uncharted 1 and 2, and I had already sold my PlayStation 4, my PlayStation 3.
That's impressive.
I bought the games just so I can play it. And I borrowed the system and I played it. It was pretty amazing.
I forgot
Uncharted
who it
2.
was.
I regret not playing Uncharted 3. I'm gonna go back and play it.
God, you got to play Uncharted 3.
Yeah,
Come on,
I
man.
heard it's a mind fuck.
Yeah, it is.
But
It's not really a mindfuck. It's more of just
if you play the first two
just-
games, the
yeah,
payoff is
you-
big.
the payoff is really big, but not just as the payoff big. It looks way better. I mean, like
Yeah.
it looks like the.
I remember
the
that
jump,
one scene when you're on a boat and the boat's rocking and the water in the boat
Yeah.
is, oh my god.
The the jump between 1 and 3, you can actually like tell. Like,
Yeah.
1, I mean, it looked good and stuff like that, but it's like you could tell it was just a baby game and they're
Yeah.
just starting out and stuff like that. It was a nice little new IP that was interesting.
Yeah, I mean,
2,
much like Call of Duty, that didn't get interesting
Yeah.
until the zombies came out.
Yeah, 2,
and if I'm spoiling Uncharted 1 for you,
you really come on.
it's
guys.
okay. Yeah, whatever.
Uncharted 2, they're like showing off.
Everybody says Uncharted 2 is like the best one.
I don't know. I don't know.
Are you a 3?
I like 2. Okay, 3 had a lot more like intense like holy shit moments.
Really?
But 2 had more.
was just like
2 was story.
Oh
and
my god, that is a story that will stay with me.
The snow animation.
Oh,
with him reacting to like fire and stuff. I was
when I had, it was such a crazy moment when I had to put the clues together.
Oh yeah.
To figure out where like I forget what it is now. Like I was in this room.
That one was not Shangri-La.
Not Shangri-La.
No, it was Shangri-La.
That was Shangri-La. Yeah.
It was Shangri-La.
And I'm trying to find Shangri-La, and I got these. But even before that, I'm trying to. When you wake up in the most surreal part of that whole game for me, it's not the train. It's not falling off the train or whatever.
That was meh.
I mean, no, that was amazing to me.
Yeah.
But I mean, when you almost die and you wake up and you're going through this village.
Oh yeah.
And the kids are like playing like soccer and shit, and they're like running around, and you don't do any fighting. You just walk around, and it is amazing. It is the most cinematic, most video game moment like I probably ever had. It's so crazy.
I'm so torn just from the fact of all the snow and the different snow physics.
Oh, the locales are just crazy.
Just from how it works.
You go from snow to sunny to the city, to the sewer underground. You're a cat burglar at one point.
Yeah,
it's so crazy.
Two is good, but when you get to 3, I think just the desert parts really were. I mean, they made a desert that looked like I would like to go there. Like, it's like I'd be willing to be like, oh shit, it's fucking like dying out here.
You believe?
Like the sands just were. Oh, it looked gorgeous, and just they had a.
The setting becomes like a character.
It is itself a character. The people, the game where it comes to like the big moments and stuff like one of he's like fucking the plane's like exploding. He's in the plane. He's like free falling, grabs a freaking crate. Friggin' trying to pull the parachute for the crate. Yeah. That's just like they had.
I did play the opening scene where me and Sully are in the house and it's burning down and shit like that.
Yeah,
I did play through that.
That part was pretty cool, but just that plane part was just like I like the part in 2 that was like really like a big.
The fucking train.
The train when it blows up from the chopper and it's just like
and you're like
she's like no it just hits the tunnel and he's like
but there's a couple moments like that. There's the one where you're in the city and like you're sliding down and you have to jump at this one part to get to the next building and the chopper. Oh man,
there's just so many. The series in itself is awesome, and I'm wondering what they're gonna do for this one.
I mean, he's got his brother now.
Yeah, who is being played
the two best voice actors in the game.
They got them together for Saints Row, and other character. I just jumped into this.
Yeah, but I mean, Saints Row was Saints Row. So that's crazy.
They had him as one of the other characters. Troy Baker. If you're
BioShock Infinite.
If you're gonna have a voice actor, you're gonna have Troy Baker or Nolan North. As they both play like
I hear you, Desmond. Desmond Miles from freaking Assassin's Creed.
That's Nolan North. Have you played Last of Us?
No.
Okay, in The Last of Us, there's a character, I forgot what his name is. He's one of the antagonists, and later on in the game, he's played by Nolan North, but you will never know it's Nolan North.
Man, so good.
Never know. Joker from Batman Arkham Origins,
which I haven't finished playing through, but yeah.
Troy Baker.
Was that Troy Baker?
Wow. Troy Baker. Good job. I put it to you like this.
I mean, nobody can be Mark Hamill.
Out of him and Mark Hamill, if Mark Hamill stepped down as Joker, he's like I've done it for years, and his voice is starting to like show signs that he's getting older and can't take all the same stuff. I will gladly take Troy Baker
as a secondary. Hell yeah,
I'll gladly take Troy Baker. And like he has the laugh, he has the same bravado and vocabulary usage and voice pitches that Mark Hamill does.
Yeah,
but he puts still like a little spin on it.
Yeah,
it's perfect. It's just But anyways, in the new Uncharted, we're having both Nolan North, who does everything. And
Big Brother,
yeah, and as his big brother,
yeah.
Troy Baker.
Come on, we got some treasure to find.
Like this is like this. I'm a little psyched.
I mean, I wonder what happened to Sully. I wonder what happened to. Actually, I care so much about these characters. And
Sully, apparently he's helping out too. I mean, Sully, freaking. Victor Goddamn Sullivan. That's his name. Victor Goddamn Sullivan. He's always like Goddamn blah blah blah. Victor Goddamn Sullivan he's one of my favorite video game characters of all time, just because he's so fucking awesome.
And the voice actor that plays him is actually an actor. Forget his name. He's Burn Notice.
Yeah.
Xena.
Yeah, he's been in the game for a long time.
What am I talking about? Old school horror movie where he has a chainsaw for a hand. Evil Dead.
Evil Dead.
What am I thinking about? Oh my god, yeah, my favorite movies. You know what I mean? Yeah, so it's just.
Oh no, you're thinking of somebody else. The voice actor for Sully is Richard Monagale.
Yeah, that's right. I'm thinking of
how can I forget this dude's name? He's freaking awesome.
Yeah, he's
Bruce
awesome.
Campbell.
Bruce Campbell, yeah.
Love Bruce Campbell. How can I forget?
He reminds me of Bruce Campbell. Maybe that's why. Yeah, but I mean, just a spoil of riches when it comes to like. I heard that in Uncharted 3 that he got with the blonde hair girl and not the other one.
I'm glad that he did because they had more of a connection than anything. But I'm curious as to what happened because they in between 2 and 3 they got married. I don't know how many years it's been.
Since the third. How many years since is in the future do you think is? The fourth installation.
It looks like he at least
maybe he's in his 40s.
4 to 5 years maybe.
He looks like he's in his 40s by now.
Or late 30s.
Yeah,
late 30s.
He can still jump high as fuck.
Oh yeah, he's fucking scaling shit like he's a monkey and everything.
He gets like this pick at one point and starts ripping into the walls and it's crazy.
In between 2 and 3, he and whatever the fuck her name is got married. Elena.
Yeah, leave your hate in the comment section.
You really sound salty right there.
Even though I like the other chick too.
She they got together, they got married, and in 3 they were separated.
Oh,
because he decided to go back to doing stuff, and she was like, "What?
Why?
What are you doing?"
Yeah.
But he still kept the wedding ring. That was a big part of 3.
And he had the wedding ring on in 4.
Yeah, so they possibly still married, and he's still just I guess he got out of the game for a while.
But his whole family. But now we're finding out his whole family is just.
Well, in 3 you learn more about who Drake is.
Okay.
And I don't want to spoil that for you.
Yeah.
But you learn about who Drake is, and you learn about his origins, how he met Sully.
I saw a little bit of that, and Sully was like a little pimp.
Yeah,
and like this Costa Rican town and everything. Yeah.
Sully was
old already.
He was older, but he was young. You can tell he was young. Yeah. And Nathan was like a teenager.
Yeah, he was like punk kid.
Yeah. So
hey, little punk kid. Yeah, I saw that part.
But they just the characters themselves. I'm wondering if they're gonna bring Chloe back, which is the other girl.
We love Chloe.
Chloe was okay. I love Claudia Black. I love her voice. I love how she does stuff. She's freaking cool.
I mean, the character of Chloe looks like Claudia Black in real life.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
that's
she
what
does.
makes it better.
Like, Claudia Black is hot. But the voice thing just
Arabian looking ass.
You know she's
Indian?
New
Zealand? Really?
She's from New Zealand.
Oh man, that's crazy.
Yeah, or either that or Australian. You can tell in her accent. I think she's from New Zealand. But she awesome character. I don't have a problem with her. But I mean, Lena just seems like she connects more with Drake. Than,
I feel like Uncharted is. Despite the shooting issues, because even through every game I played with Uncharted, the shooting just feels off a little bit. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's because the thing's a circle instead of a dot. It's something about it just like the shooting just always feels a little bit off. Which is not a big deal for me.
No, it feels kind of slightly off center. That's
Yeah.
what, like the like literally like the reticle seems slightly off center, and I think that's just the way that they, when you go into shooting mode, the way they readjust the character's body.
You know what I think though, like with the readjustment of the PlayStation 4 D-pad and the analog sticks, I wonder will the shooting be better on the PlayStation 4 because of how the controllers it's different now.
I wonder what they're gonna because the wonderful touchpad has.
Oh, she's from Sydney, Australia, by the way.
Oh, Australia. That makes more sense.
I was like, it was either New Zealand or Australia. It was.
She's got a beautiful land down on her.
Oh, she's hot. You would just say
She's hot. Not gonna lie, she's hot.
What was
I bet the grass is cut too.
Probably.
Doesn't even matter.
For some people, yes. For some people, no. Let's just go on.
Yeah. Carry on.
Made me fucking forget what I was gonna say. I'm curious as to
the shooting,
how they're gonna. No. I was actually going on to the controller.
Oh yeah, controllers. Yeah.
What are they gonna do with the trackpad?
Yeah, integration of the trackpad.
A lot of games are they're using the trackpad like in
the PS Vita, right?
Yeah,
when they had the Uncharted game, they had the little you could swipe up and swipe down to do the little grapple moves. And
I don't know
stuff
if
like
that'll work with this because having it on the screen and doing it with the thumb.
What about the Killzone?
Same thing. Well, Killzone used it as used the touch or the trackpad as a to switch or to control your stuff for your little robot buddy, your drone.
Yeah.
And Far Cry, it has it set so when you even damn near touch the goddamn thing, it freaking brings up your inventory. So I had to turn it off because every time my thumb would barely touch the corner of it, and it would like bring up my inventory, and I couldn't do anything. But a lot of games they really don't seem to be messing too much
as they should be.
I'm wondering if they're actually going to because it's Sony
and it's a first party developer and stuff like that. And it's Naughty Dog.
So are they gonna actually do something with it?
I hope so. I mean, this is a killer app. This is PlayStation's Master Chief. You know what I mean? Like this is nothing to me says PlayStation more than Uncharted.
Not even God of War.
Not even God of War.
Wow.
I think this is Uncharted is. I mean, of course, it's a little bit more mature. God of War may be a little bit more to the. I want to say, maybe to the masses, God of War might be. But I think Uncharted is the adult heavyweight. It's akin to Master Chief, as a character, I would say, because there's that gravitas there, and you can either make it like an adult thing or you can make it like a video game thing. You know what I'm saying?
Feel ya.
But I mean, killer app. I think that is going to move even more units of PlayStation.
Oh yeah.
I mean, with this. And the upcoming announcement we're going to talk about in a little bit. I mean, is it even a fight anymore? We'll talk about it next time.
We'll talk about it.
All right, so we're in our main topic, and it's a sad one for me. It's
somebody got Killer Instinct, and now they're butthurt because they don't get everything they want.
And it's happy at the same time. The good news is that there is Street Fighter V confirmed. We talked about a little while ago that one of the companies that basically made Marvel vs. Capcom and Street Fighter 4 were working on a new title, and we pretty much figured since it was a no-go that Marvel vs. Capcom because of Disney is not going to be a thing anymore, that was most likely Street Fighter 5.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And lo and behold, we get a trailer for Street Fighter 5 and an announcement that it is a PlayStation exclusive.
Yeah, buddy.
Oh no, it's gonna be on PC too. So.
Oh, but as far as consoles, that have that are not master races,
right?
It's a PlayStation exclusive.
Oh yeah.
So you're probably gonna see PlayStation at all the tournaments and from here on out. I mean, Wow, I mean, you guys go ahead because I got my own.
So, do you think that it's gonna do as well, or maybe even better than Killer Instinct? Now that Killer Instinct is exclusively for Xbox.
I most certainly do, sir. How
Okay,
about
so
you?
I really think that Street Fighter is gonna take off, and make PlayStation look awesome. That's just what I
Hell
think.
yeah. True.
I mean, well, the legacy of Street Fighter is fighting games.
Yeah.
So I mean, of course you're gonna have. I mean, I'll get into that in a minute about the whole Killer Instinct thing. But I mean, it's kind of crazy that it's an exclusive because like, what kind of deal was made? Because they made buku money. You know what I'm saying? Like, and Capcom's kind of hurting anyway.
Capcom's hurting for money. Sony's hurting for money.
Yeah.
Maybe this is just their way of trying to work together.
Or is Sony buying Capcom?
I don't think Sony's buying Capcom because I think it would have been a lot more. There would have been some real big talks about that.
Oh yeah.
This is my thing, though. This is my thing. I mean, Street Fighter V is coming out. I was already going to have to get a PlayStation at some point. We do our video game tournaments. But I was planning on doing that maybe like in 3 to 4 months instead of like sooner than that now. You know what I'm saying? But, of course, I play that, and you guys know I have every system. But I am
for PS4 and PS3. I mean,
Yeah.
I have
every
a PS3.
system.
But
I have
sold it.
every system except for PS3 and PS4.
I sold the PS3 because I had the PS3 the first year it came out. No games came out except for Dynasty Warriors. Sorry about that, Tony. And Heavenly Sword. And it was pretty much shitty pickings after that. So
He does have a point.
much
Shitty pickings after
Shitty
that.
pickings after
There's
that.
a lot of awesome games that came out after.
Uncharted came out, but it was unproven title.
We just talked about Uncharted, and he's like, "Well, it came out, and it was unproven.
I
didn't give it a chance.
I didn't give it a chance. I didn't give it a chance to. I mean, when I had you had that versus Halo, you had Crackdown, we had fucking it was like 6, 7, 8 like first party hardcore titles.
I was on
came
the
out
other
for
side.
Xbox.
I got a 360, and I was getting bored with the 360 because it just felt like all the games were just the same shooters.
Yeah, it was a lot of
more
shooters. More shooters, yeah.
And I'm
yeah.
just like, I want something besides shooters. And Sony's always been good with giving out
Lost
the
Planet.
RPGs.
Lost Planet.
Lost Planet was decent.
It was like 2 games versus like 4 games on the other side I could play. And I mean, the killer app for me was of course Halo 3.
I liked Halo. That's one of the reasons why I got my 360 at my first 360.
And then when I saw Lost Planet, I was like,
I
Crackdown.
I think it just burnt me out with shooters. It burnt me out with shooters badly. I mean, the freaking controller is built for fucking shooters.
Yeah, definitely.
But Sony has a lot of the RPGs, and I was like, I really want to play RPGs now.
Definitely.
Something that's like, oh my god, this is awesome.
I'm gonna tell you what did it for me. You had Splinter Cell came out. I think then you had Halo, then you had Crackdown, and then you had Lost Planet. And I was like, the minute I saw Lost Planet, I was like, fuck this shit. Selling the PS3, getting a 360. And I think I made the right choice last gen, but I mean, I'm older now, I can buy more systems. And I mean, I'm happy to have Killer Instinct, and I'm sure the Killer Instinct is going to grow the season pass.
Not as much as Street Fighter.
Of course not, but this is my thing why I'm so mad. Street Fighter only really brought out one game last. And then they just kept updating. So basically, Street Fighter 5 could be the only game to come out as a Street Fighter this generation.
Quite possible.
And if that's true, I mean, it's truly a system exclusive.
Yep.
I mean,
We got the leverage. Damn it.
definitely. I mean, like, is it? I mean, you got that. That's big.
Hell yeah, that's big.
That's like that's huge big.
What is?
I mean,
my question is, what is the deal? Who's making more money off of this?
Good question.
definitely have to be Capcom.
They got to be making more money from the sales.
Because you gotta think they gotta support that loss that they're making.
Yep.
By money.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean,
that's partially their fault because they keep killing their friggin' IPs that make them a shit ton of money, and they're not really coming out with any real new IPs. I mean,
it's I mean, is this even a console war anymore?
That's the thing.
I mean, I was very decisively thinking like, damn, Xbox is murking PS4 at the moment, and as far as software.
Right.
Yeah.
And then when they hit you that bombshell, that's big stuff. I mean, in the eyes of true gamers, like how many gamers that did not have a PlayStation, which is not many at the moment, just how many Xbox faithful just said, I gotta buy a PlayStation now. It's like if I want to play Street Fighter, I have to buy a PlayStation.
I'm pretty sure millions have. You know, just because of the fact that Street Fighter is just that iconic.
I mean, and for tournament play, what else can you do?
Yep. You gotta have that system.
I was about to say, especially if you're in the tournament, you know, if you're in
Tournament
the tournament
scene.
system heavy, you know what I'm saying?
It's basically, for me, it's the Smash Brothers equivalent of getting a PlayStation 4.
Yeah.
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 Like I bought a we got a Wii U because Smash Brothers came out.
You got an Xbox One because
Killer Instinct. The thing that really tipped me over the balance when I was looking at the games, I was like, they got Killer Instinct and they don't.
there you go.
Boom, boom, bam.
And now we have Street Fighter.
You don't.
Fuck you guys.
Hey, that's what Street Fighter said. That's what Street Fighter said to Xbox One when PlayStation 4 got this exclusive.
Yeah, they're like,
I mean,
fuck you,
well,
bitch.
actually, Phil Spencer came out and said, "Hey, deals get made, and we can't have them all."
Yeah, that's definitely true.
But he does stick by his word that 2015 is going to be a stupid year for Xbox and games and exclusives and stuff like that. So many to the fact that they're pushing games back. So I mean, whether that's bullshit, he really got to come with it now. Because I mean, this is
well, it's next year. We're just going to see some. I think both systems are going to have a large influx of games.
Yeah.
Whether
Xbox
has more, we're going to see.
I think we have more known knowns.
The more known unknowns.
There are definitely going to be some unknown unknowns.
I think there are more
For all our Boondocks fans out there.
I think there are more unknown unknowns on Xbox than unknown unknowns on PlayStation. I think PlayStation has a lot of their ducks lined up, and a lot more teasers and everything. And of course there's shit that we don't know about yet, but I just feel like PlayStation is just so far in the driver's seat.
I think they're playing right now. I think because their last few years have been
Pretty
fucking
shitty.
amazing. No, Sony's.
Yeah,
Their past few years have been really good for them.
the last few years with the PlayStation 4, or the last years of the
with
PlayStation 3.
3.
Yeah,
I'm not counting right now PS4 because it's still PS4 nor the Xbox
the
One.
last years of PlayStation 3 were some of the most, as far as software and games, inventive games that you've seen. I mean, we had the Uncharted, we had the Last of Us come out. They had all this. What's the game where you're a little girl and you have the psychic powers and stuff like that, and it's
little girl with psychic powers.
Yeah, and you grew up with her. Oh my gosh, it's like a cinematic game. You don't shoot.
Beyond
Beyond Two Souls.
Beyond Two Souls.
Yeah. And those type of games, like they've been taking a lot of chances, just doing a lot of creative stuff.
Well, the power behind the PS3, between the power behind the PS3 and its comparison to the power behind the Xbox 360, there's an obvious difference. Obvious difference. It's to the point where I'm not too surprised, but I'm a little surprised by the fact that Sony didn't just keep going with the PlayStation 3, because PlayStation 3 is, in my opinion, still has yet to reach its potential as a system.
Yeah,
it still has some life in it, which is still going where the Xbox is kind of like.
But that fucking
apart.
cell processor, no developer can work with.
Yeah.
Until this day, and only Sony first party people have. I don't know if Sony didn't give out the right tools or whatever it was, but like it's very difficult to work with that cell processor.
Yeah. Now PlayStation 4 it's a lot easier to work with, and it's still the Xbox One can do a lot. Don't get me wrong. I mean, and the differences that I see between
as far as hardware goes, definitely Sony has a very still.
Yeah, Sony's been putting a lot of time into making sure their shit is like the best of the best.
Yeah,
but they don't have the stuff like Xbox does when it comes to like peripherals and not really peripherals, but applications to the system.
Xbox is far ahead of PlayStation when it comes to just how you navigate the system.
Right.
It's just simple. like the interface.
Yeah.
It's just more simple.
It's well, the PlayStation has always had like really crappy interfaces and stuff like that. Like some of their stuff.
It's very engaging, very like on the Xbox side.
Yeah.
And Sony's just like a lot of text.
Like a lot of text.
Get to A to B.
But the boxes and stuff for everything is cool. But the one main reason why I didn't pick up an Xbox One is just I don't feel like I'd use that thing to its full potential. And if I'm gonna buy a system, I'm not gonna buy. That's one reason why I'm struggling to say I'm not gonna invest in a Wii U. I'm not gonna invest in a Wii U because I'm gonna play maybe 3-4 games on it.
But it's Smash.
Oh god, you don't know how bad. Like Smash is killing
Smash,
me.
Though.
Mario Kart 8 is killing me. Friggin' I want to play Hyrule Warriors. I want to play Bayonetta. The new Zelda game that's going to be coming out. Like these
the Wonderful 101.
Wonderful 101. I actually want to check that out.
That might be on Xbox. I'm not sure.
But the applications that the Xbox One has are just incredible. They does a lot more.
Yeah.
But for a gaming system, they really still have yet to really show me personally, have to show me like their gaming chops just yet. I mean, to me, don't get me wrong. You got your Halo. You got.
I'll tell you the games that did it for me, and it wasn't really Halo because that's a known.
Yeah.
Much like Uncharted, it's gonna be spectacular.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The thing that did for me, first of all, it was like, oh shit, Killer Instinct. Xbox.
Yeah.
And then I saw Alan Wake creators Remedy come out with their
Quantum Break. Yeah.
I was like, and that's what pushed me over the top.
And don't get me wrong, it looks awesome, but it's still like I've seen games that look beautiful and stuff like that. They still got to show me.
Yeah. I mean, it's an unknown.
I mean, yeah. The thing is,
But when I seen that fucking the way that they're thinking about games, like how the story has an episode to the game, and that's like new thoughts in itself.
That in itself, I can't say is Microsoft's doing. I can say that it's
Remedy.
It's all Remedy.
Yeah.
But Microsoft was the one who got to them first.
But Remedy's been a first party game distributor, but also Microsoft gave them the free range to do what they want.
Exactly.
So that's another thing about it. Phil Spencer becoming the head of Xbox kind of pushed me over the edge too. Him giving game developers, letting them actually do what they want to do instead of pigeonholing them a la Activision.
Yeah.
But back to Street Fighter V. The game looks pretty freaking amazing. There's some stuff in there. They give away a lot of clues. We're going to do a fighting game show pointing out all the super duper crazy combos I've seen. I seen Chun-Li do like a 6-hit combo in the air.
Yeah,
that
was
she already
dope.
had like the air step that she does.
She took it one step
she
further.
like was doing
like,
I was like, okay, usually it's like air step, and then she has to combo into something else. This one, she was like juggling a dude and juggling Ryu in the air like
it kind of
with the air step.
Yeah, with the air step.
And then just did some crazy shit where she was just spinning out.
It kind of looked like Street Fighter Omega, like we're trying to see.
Oh yeah.
We saw Ryu do some crazy shit. He did a linker combo.
Oh yeah.
And the frames didn't have. I mean, the game looked beautiful.
It's running smooth.
They are really trying to up this whole ink.
Yeah.
Thing, you know what I mean?
Like every time you hit or strike, it does like an ink splatter.
Yeah. And some other things I saw about that. There's these things. There's these I don't know what they're calling them, but there's these activation modes now, where basically like you activate whatever mode it, like for Ryu, it looked like it was like an electricity or something like that.
Yeah.
For Chun-Li, it seemed like it was like a water.
Yeah, like water based.
Yeah. And like once you activate these modes, for however long they last, you have like extended moves on your specials, similar to like a Injustice, like how Injustice has meter burns.
Yeah.
It seemed like you have your regular specials, and when you do your activation mode, you have meter burn all your specials and regular moves.
It seems like what was the in Alpha? They had like the different isms.
Yeah, the isms.
Yeah, the isms. Yeah. Like it's almost like the V-ism where you were able to just like link combos.
Yeah. Also, like his regular that was his regular Hadouken. It wasn't a Jinma Hadouken. It was like
It was regular Shinku Hadouken.
Yeah, that was doing all that fucking damage. That was crazy. She was getting electrocuted. Stage transitions.
Oh yeah, stage transitions. That was
that
kind of
was
was
dope.
like what?
Yeah, you saw Chun-Li kick Ryu through that building like it was nobody's business.
It was pretty amazing.
I was actually quite surprised.
Oh
that.
man,
that kind of was like that happened. I'm curious because I'm a story person. I love the story. I'm wondering where
this is the actual sequel.
So it's actually going to take place after 3, because 3 takes place after 4.
Really?
Yeah.
What?
Because you have Sean and everybody else.
Yeah.
So
because they weren't even going to even release Ryu and Ken. They didn't, if I'm not mistaken, for the first 3 game. They didn't release Ryu and Ken. I think it was in the second one. They were like, people were kind of like, we want Ryu and Ken, and they released Ryu and Ken.
Wow. When you think about it, Street Fighter 4 is like the Mortal Kombat 9. Like when I say that, if you play Mortal Kombat 9 was like a retelling of the entire history of Mortal Kombat. Street Fighter 4 was a retelling of the entire history of Street Fighter. I mean, for the most part.
No.
I mean, it took you back to the.
It didn't retell the history. It more like
it took you past 2.
It added history. Yeah, it's added history in between 2 and 3.
Yeah,
which you don't know what happened. It really happened. You just know like Ken got married and Ryu kind of like traveled the world like he usually does.
Yeah, and
Bison was possibly defeated, but
and it gives you all these characters that we've seen and so far.
Yeah. Then 3 came out. They were trying to do something new and different, and they were trying to like expand what they already had.
I think there's some kind of parry system going on.
Yeah.
When watching the trailer, at one point, Chun-Li hits him, and he like does his pose.
Yeah,
that kind of looks like it's
pose.
A parry system. So
I hope they bring back the parry system. I hope
they bring back the parry system, but I hope they bring it back for specific characters, not every character based.
Why?
I mean, think about characters like Dan.
Dan's not that bad of a fighter guy.
I mean, no, we saw that.
We saw that
this tournament. Yeah,
firsthand.
but I'm saying like characters that have a little bit harder time getting around things. If they gave them like a parry or something like that.
I think that then you'll have to worry about balancing issues. You'll worry about balancing issues.
I don't know. I mean, it's pretty. Just throwing it out there.
I'm just curious as to just if they're gonna do the parry thing. Are they gonna get rid of the what the fuck they calling
focus
attacks?
I don't know. We didn't. Did we see focus? I don't know.
I can't say.
We saw a link. I thought we saw a focus dash cancel.
I think. Did we?
Yeah, I think at one point Ryu pops Chun-Li in the air, and then goes into another move. I mean,
might be a focus dash.
Or it could be something. They might throw away the focus dash cancel for something else that does the same thing.
Yeah, the focus focus moves in 4 were I've always had trouble with the stuff.
I just started getting it. Yeah. If you couldn't get the focus dash cancel, I mean, there was a lot of damage that you couldn't get.
Yeah, and it's been like I first played Street Fighter.
I didn't get it. I didn't get it at all.
Yeah, when I first
through its first iteration.
Well, I played Street Fighter 4 because I had at the time I had a 360. I got it for the 360, and I'm a D-pad player.
Couldn't do shit.
I'm a D-pad player. I can't trying to use the thumbstick. Fuck that. That shit.
Well, one thing is for certain. We either on Xbox or PlayStation, we don't have to worry about D-pad problems anymore. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, that the D-pad is it's. I need one of those. Anyways, but I couldn't get a real grip on the focus stuff because the way I have with a controller, you don't have as much control as you do with the fight stick.
Well, of course not. Yeah.
So you have to.
True, but I'm being a gamepad person, you know. Yeah. But still,
you have certain controls that you have to sometimes forego, or you have to learn a totally new way to try to play
exactly, because like if you try to do a Shoryuken on the fucking fight stick, as opposed to doing it on a gamepad, it's totally different. A gamepad, you go up, down, up.
Yeah.
A fight stick, you have to make the Z.
Yeah, you actually have to make the Z.
Z, and like it's very awkward if you've never had to do it before.
Yeah.
It takes practice.
Thumbstick, I just kind of like it's all about rolling your thumb.
Yeah,
it's all about rolling your thumb.
But hey, playing with Zangief on a thumb on a fight stick, I'm not on a fight pad.
Yeah, amazing. That's ridiculous because you can do the full 360 degree thing like easily. But Zangief was not one of my best characters.
Zangief's not a lot of people's.
But he's top tier.
Yeah, I was about to say
he is top tier.
I've managed to pull off some of his specials and some of his moves, but not nearly as good as I probably should be.
So who do we think will? So if this is after 3, what was the main story in 3? We had the third strike. We had
they try to focus a little bit on Alex in that story.
Yeah.
We had Sean, who was Ken's mentor.
Yeah.
At the end of third strike, the main story for for Ryu was he's still trying to find his way, and Oro, the old guy with
the one arm, not one arm, but one arm that
the one arm that you can see.
Yeah. He basically decided he wanted to try to find a student to teach, and he basically tested Ryu, like Ryu not knowing.
Yeah.
And he decided to teach Ryu his style of fighting. So that was interesting with that.
Yeah.
So I'm curious if this one's gonna be.
Will we get an Oru sighting?
Oro. Is this gonna be after 3? Is it gonna be before 3?
It's a sequel, so I'm thinking it's gotta be after 3, man.
Well,
unless they want to just say that's non-canon.
They were saying stuff similar to when 4 was coming out. As I was curious about the same thing, I was like, oh my god, they're actually going to continue the story. Now I get to learn more of what's going on. And it's like, no, it's a prequel. It's like, god damn it.
Yeah. I mean, think about it. After they did Street Fighter 2, you know what I'm saying? Like all the many iterations of Street Fighter 2, they came out with Street Fighter Alpha.
Either way it goes, I'm thinking like it's got to be like, if it's not after 3, it has to be during 3. Because we're up to that point right now.
Maybe like a 3-part 2.
Yeah, because I think we're up, or they have to redo it. Because I think we're up to the point right now. Like, there's nothing else.
Chun-Li and Ryu look a little older.
I don't know if that's the graphics or do they actually look older.
To me, they look a little bit older. Like Ryu between 2 and 3 looked. You could tell there's an obvious difference.
Yeah.
The Alpha series I don't really count because in Alpha he's like really like just starting out and stuff like that. And it's supposed to be a remake of 1 of the first Street Fighter. In 4 he looks a little bit older, but he doesn't look as aged as he does in 3. And then this one he actually looks like he's put on a little bit of age.
Yeah. So my next question is new Hadoken characters.
I don't think they'll be. Yeah, I don't think
they got their few. If they bring back Sean, that'd be cool. But he doesn't really technically use any Hado.
Right.
He's more like Dan or like
He's like a Ken version of Dan.
Yeah.
There we go. Ken version of Dan. Yeah.
So
no basketballs this time, please.
Come on, you didn't like the basketball? You just be like
fadeaway.
No.
He's like Jamaican and shit. He's playing basketball.
No, he's like shoot the J. Shoot it.
He should have like a soccer ball or some shit. You know what I mean?
Oh, why? Because he's Brazilian?
Yes.
Oh, that's so stereotypical.
At least, if you're gonna be stereotypical, at least be correct on it.
Oh,
that's fucked up. He has a ball. And he's from Brazil. He has to have Brazil ball. They're like, what? He has to play the football. Like, what?
How you know he doesn't like basketball over soccer though? You know what I'm saying?
Name 3 Brazilian NBA All-Stars.
Oh,
that's not even right. The reason why I say that's not even right is because there's barely anybody outside the United States that comes to play for the NBA.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
let's not even get into that. Yeah, but anyways, back to. But we're gonna have new characters.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Hopefully. I hope so.
So I mean, what other? I mean, as what Ryuken
Chun-Li.
No.
Well, I'm saying as far as characters that we know will be in it. We know.
I'm saying Hado characters basically. Fireball based characters.
Guile.
I'm pretty sure.
Ryukin, Guile.
I'm pretty sure Akuma will still be in it.
Akuma and we know
if they bring Goken back.
They gotta bring Goken back. He's alive now. So those have been the staple for.
I think Sagat will still be in it.
Definitely.
Yeah, Sagat.
You know.
But
I want them to bring. I have a real soft spot in my heart for Sakura because now she's
Sakura.
cute.
Yeah.
She's cute, but she's also really good at fighting. If you know how to play with her own.
Yeah.
And if she could turn evil, that would be cool.
You know what? Just for the simple fact that she can do that in Marvel vs. Capcom 2, that would be pretty freaking dope.
I would
because then the intrigue of that would be, damn. Ryu instantly could tap into the Darker Dough at any given time.
I say
it would be intriguing if Sakura could do it too, because at that point you'll be like, what the hell is it about the Darker Dough that these two were just, could just like snap a finger and just turn it on?
The evil Sakura technically isn't canon. It'd be interesting to see her as a separate character, though.
Yeah.
It'd be interesting.
Kind of like how Evil Ryu is a separate character.
Yeah, kind of like that. I don't want to see them transform because I think that the one thing about one of the main differences between Marvel vs. Capcom and Street Fighter is the fact that there's so much happening at once that you can do stuff on the fly, as well as you had it where they had to cut certain characters you couldn't have. Like in Marvel vs. Capcom 1, they had it where you can change into
where you can change into Ken Ryu.
So it's more of a
Ryu.
necessity than the actual game mechanic.
If you notice, they pulled that out of 2
Two.
because they had both
enough characters.
Ken and Ryu.
And Ken. So they didn't have to go with that route. They if you wanted to play,
you could just play them.
You just play them. Yeah. So
I think they gotta have at least one new like Fireball based character. I mean, don't bring back that kid from Third Strike that was like Guile.
Oh, Remy?
Alex?
Remy. I mean, he was my favorite character because he was like
Remy.
A Guile ripoff, but didn't like him.
For some reason, I always felt like Alex was more of a Guile-ish type character. Strange enough.
No, Alex is like
American. He was a wrestler. He was a wrestling character. He had a lot of strikes, but he did have a couple of grapple moves that he used. But he mainly did like chops and stuff.
Yeah,
like that.
Alex is more like a Zangief type to me, but with less.
Yeah, with less like grapples.
Yeah,
he doesn't have
and faster.
Grapples. Yeah, a little bit.
But his grapples that he does have, boy, when
nasty.
he get nasty. When he gets.
So I guess the better way to say that is Alex is more like an Abel. Because he does have some grapples. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, but Alex could deal with fireballs better than Abel can.
Yeah.
He had something that was like could cancel him out.
Yep.
Right.
Like
well, also you had the freaking parry system too.
Yeah. So everybody had a way around it. But I mean, I'm excited. Want to see more. Hate that it's on the system exclusive, but
we don't.
I'm just glad I get to play Street Fighter.
Yeah, well, Rip Tour's coming out soon for what you call it. So.
Oh, Rip Tour.
So,
how'd you like your new character?
Not Mummy. Amazing.
Kenra.
Kenra. He's dope. He's dope as shit.
What,
me and Tony were fucking around with him. I'm not liking.
I've seen like some of the combos.
It's ridiculous.
Like he's close and long range. He's a mid range fighter.
Yeah, he's
some of those grapples
and traps.
Traps are God. Traps you and then he freaking grabs you, slams you halfway across the stage.
You try to back up to get out of the trap. You get into another trap. Right. Sand traps. There's sand all over the place. It's happy about it, but it's just so. As a fighting game, a person who puts fighting games first, having it on another console is very tough.
Because now he has to buy the console.
Very much.
I mean, not for me so much. For me it does hurt, but for the kid who's like saved up all his money, decided to get an Xbox because that's what he had last gen, and he likes the games, and now he's like PlayStation's on. Like I like Street Fighter, but it's on PlayStation, and I already got an Xbox, so I'm not gonna be able to get a PlayStation until whenever I get older. Another Christmas. I'm gonna have to wait 2 or 3 Christmases.
Well, same thing happened with PlayStation people who bought their PlayStation and like had some
had some of the Xbox exclusives like Killer Instinct.
But I think Killer Instinct was more of a like. You can almost say that Killer Instinct is a new IP in a way because how old it is since the last Killer Instinct.
No, I don't. I wouldn't say it's old IP actually. And the one thing that they were afraid of that actually is very good it didn't happen was they were afraid it was going to fail.
Because Killer Instinct failed.
Killer Instinct didn't fail because it still had. It didn't do as. It wasn't. It
was never like really as popular.
I'm
okay. Eternal Champions.
Yeah, that was bad.
All right,
I loved it.
But Eternal Champions.
It was bad. N64, the N64 version that was the last iteration, and they were supposed to come out with the gold version of it. But the simple fact of the matter was that Killer Instinct, especially Killer Instinct 2, was a bad game.
Killer Instinct 2 didn't do as hot as 1 did, but
it was a bad game, in my opinion, of course.
Yeah.
And those who didn't buy it.
Yeah. Well, even so, with Rare now, it's new. It's totally new Rare.
Yeah,
totally new Rare. I wouldn't say it's a new IP because they still are trying to. They're still trying to. It still has this like '90s feel to it. That's what I think one of the things they were actually afraid would it actually transfer well over to this time.
Yeah, but when I said new IP stuff, I'm saying like you've always had some form of Street Fighter. Whether it was Marvel vs. Capcom, whether it was versus Tekken versus SNK, there's always been some kind of Street Fighter throughout the years. There's not one year that I can name where a Street Fighter Ryukin character wasn't relevant in some way or another. You know what I mean? Street Fighter. I mean, Marvel vs. Capcom 2, right? Then between that, you had SNK. Fucking Tony. Yeah, you had the SNK games.
We're doing a goddamn show, man.
We had
why can't you? Why?
Hey! I can multitask.
No, that's
you can't.
No, you can't.
You
we like talk to you. You're like,
we tried to see. We actually tried that before.
It doesn't work.
But yeah, you had the SNK versus games. You always had something. It was in the news. If not, you had the animated series. You know what I'm saying? Like,
we don't talk about the American.
The many animated series. You know what I mean?
We don't talk about that. We talk a little bit about V because 2V was actually pretty good. We talk about the other ones that actually stick a little bit more close to the canon. But we don't talk about the American.
But as far when
William F. Guile is a Street Fighter. we don't talk about that.
But when you talk about Killer Instinct, I mean, when the game died, the game died.
Yeah.
Out of pop culture, done.
No.
I wouldn't say that it died. I'll just say that for those that weren't that had never played it. They never went back to.
They never understood.
Yeah, they never understood it, so they never went back to.
I can't say that. I can't say it died because if it died, we wouldn't have Killer Instinct now.
Good point.
We would not have Killer Instinct if that game died and it bombed as bad as you're making it seem. We would not have a Killer Instinct.
I'll put it like this: like
it had such.
I'm surprised that we do right now.
It had such a fan following. It had such a cult following that it could be revived. It could be something that really didn't die. It was innovative for its time. It didn't catch on. It didn't keep up because you had Mortal Kombat. You had Street Fighter. Yeah. You had the King of Fighters series that wasn't as popular, but it was more popular than Killer Instinct because Killer Instinct was made by a new company that was doing something different, and they did it. In my opinion, they did it really well. And I remember going to the arcades and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's where it was king.
I mean, I remember going to play Killer Instinct 2. I mean, those were awesome games. I mean, it was ridiculous just playing them. But to the point to say that it died, we wouldn't have a Killer Instinct. Yeah. I have to totally disagree with you there.
Yeah, I mean, but in my thoughts, in my head, like we know who Rare is as people who were playing games during that time period, but there's a 15 to 16 year time gap.
They've been
where there was.
Well, the thing is, they've been teasing a Killer Instinct game.
This is what I'm saying.
Years.
Yeah, so that's what helped. Yeah,
it didn't die. If they can tease a game, and people are like, "Oh my god, are they actually gonna have it?"
Yeah,
then it didn't die. Now, if somewhere, like I said, Eternal Champions. If somewhere like we're making Eternal Champions again, I'd be like,
Really, guys?
I would just a little bit in my pants though.
I would not just in my pants. I'd be quite concerned.
There
for
was the guy with the hook, and
Yeah.
thinking like, "Oh my god!" And he had the coat, and he had the flasher coat on, man. I used to love it.
Crazy thing is, I think they
The black guy, the only black guy in it. Yeah.
Only black dude in it, man.
I think I'd play it though because I actually did play Eternal Champions.
But we're fighting game people.
Yeah.
I'm saying like if you asked the randomest 19, 20-year-old, what the fuck is Eternal Champions? They'd be like,
right. They're looking at you like, the fuck are you talking about?
Is that a movie?
No, like really.
Or friggin'
bad
one thing
movie?
I'm curious about is because people are wanting to see this too. Primal Rage.
Now, Primal Rage was dope as hell. I love that game.
I'm less on the bandwagon than that. I'd be more excited.
I don't want to see it more excited. I was not a big fan of Primal Rage as a kid.
What?
I was not a big fan of it.
Yeah.
But,
What?
I still think
dude.
that there are a lot of people out there who still want another Primal Rage.
I would be more excited to see a Bloody Roar.
Bloody Roar.
I love.
Yes, but
It was the perfect blend of Tekken and Street Fighter.
I say yes.
Or rival
because
schools for that matter.
It was good until a certain point. It's when they started going towards when 3 came out. I was like, okay, this is not the same. And then when 4 came out, I was like, yeah.
See, the funny thing is, even though I knew that they came out with the Bloody Roar 4, I never played Bloody Roar 4.
It was not as good as
Bloody Roar and Rival Schools were 2 games that I thought were heading in the right
Now,
direction.
Rival Schools was actually pretty dope.
Rival Schools has, I think,
love
more
Rival
of,
Schools.
has more of a following over Japan than it does here.
Yeah.
Yeah, Rival Schools. Rival School, like the Persona Arena actually reminds me a lot of Rival Schools.
Well, once again, it's a game that is you'll find more Persona fans and stuff over in Japan. You'll find a few over here. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that there are no fans over here because that would be totally incorrect. But it has more of a following over in Japan than it does here. Yeah. That's one thing that a lot of fighting games. In a way, fighting games were started in Japan.
Yeah.
I mean, it's huge still over there. It's still huge over there. Over here, we do have our fighting games and stuff like that, but it doesn't have as much of a audience or pull as it does overseas. So you'll have those games like, oh, this game's awesome. Like, come on. I was so fucking blown the fuck away when they had Capcom versus Tatsunoko.
Yeah.
I was like,
yeah.
I get to play as Ken the Eagle?
Right.
I get to play as Kashura? Oh, I'm on this. Like, I was totally surprised that they actually brought that over here because who the fuck knows what Tatsunoko is?
Yeah.
Right.
If I ever to say Tatsunoko, then people are like, what the fuck is that? I'd be like, it's an actual, it's a company. Yeah, it's a friggin' anime company that's been around for years. Like, dear God, it's been like forever. They've been around forever, but nobody would know that. There's just fighting games seem to have they start over there. Like, I mean, the 2 big fighting games that we have over here that have survived the test of time, Mortal Kombat and apparently Killer Instinct.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
true.
And Mortal Kombat's just gone on to like make new iterations of itself by giving us like Injustice and stuff like that.
Yeah, exactly.
But other than that, we don't really have the audience over here are more focused on shooters. We are a gun crazed nation, my friend.
Yes, we are. But high hopes for Street Fighter 4. Even though it's PlayStation.
Stop being butthurt. I'm butthurt about friggin' Killer Instinct. I really want to play that because
yeah.
But I'm glad to see where it's come, and I'm actually curious as to how the deal happened and what's going to be the outcome from all this.
Yeah, as soon as we get that info, we'll let you know right here on Wollie Mopped.
Because some people used to do that shit to me all the time.
All right, now
I'm glad you looked at me like that, sir.
We're in the shout out section of our game. I mean, it's been a long Wollie Mopped. I don't even know if all this is going to get posted at the same time. We probably have to break some of this up. But a lot to talk about on the Street Fighter tip. We're in the shout out section. Tony P, you are up first. Shout outs, man.
All right. My shout out is going to my favorite school of all time, Florida State. Whoop whoop. Yeah, but hey, fuck you. Anyway,
He means
you know.
He means you did.
So,
No, I was
so
talking about
are you?
you.
So
Yeah,
are you one of the many bandwagoners that?
No,
are
no.
I will say that about Tony.
No,
Tony
no,
is-
no. I have never been.
I was curious because I see so many
yeah,
people now. They're
yeah.
like, "Oh my god, stay Seminoles right." And when they
No.
were like losing.
Trust
like,
me,
years ago,
no,
people were
trust-
like, "Fucking."
Yeah, I will say that about Tony.
I
Tony is not a favorite fan.
I can honestly
they were
say
like,
that.
He's been there through the hard times.
I can honestly say that I'm pretty sure when I was born out the womb, I was a Florida State fan.
Okay,
because
so
I had bled garnet and gold from the day I had been born.
I know a lot of them people out there now. They just bandwagoners.
I know,
As soon
but-
as Florida started winning, they were like, "Oh shit, Florida!" And then when the U started winning, "Do you?" That's all I heard.
Exactly. But but just giving a shout out to Florida State Seminoles. You know what I'm saying?
Playoffs.
Playoffs. Yeah, they just they implemented the playoff system now.
I heard seeing that.
But we went ahead and took care of business. With the ACC champs. They did the final rankings this past Sunday. We're number 3.
They're doing the. They're not doing the.
It's crazy
the
how a
bowl,
team. It's a crazy how a
thing
team
anymore,
that.
I thought are they
Well,
doing
the way they're doing the bowls now because they had the playoff system implemented.
Yeah.
The top 4 teams
Are in
play
playoffs.
each other. The top 4 teams are in the playoffs. It's Alabama at number 1, Oregon at number 2, we're number 3, and then Ohio State is in at number 4.
So there'll be 3 games in the playoff
Yeah,
system.
but Alabama and Ohio State play each other on New Year's Day, and then we play against Oregon on New Year's Day.
It's crazy how a team
And then
that
the winner of those 2 games play the national championship game on January the 12th. If I'm
it's crazy how
correct.
a team with no losses can still be ranked number 3.
No, it's crazy how a team with no losses even got knocked out of the number 1 spot. Damn it. And that's real.
Playoffs.
I want to talk about playoffs.
Oh, playoffs. These guys? Playoffs.
But
Playoffs.
but the good thing is, with the ACC champs, once again, we're going in. We got 7
Yeah,
weeks
you are
to
going
prepare.
in. It's called rape.
Funny. We got we have 7 weeks to prepare for Oregon, and then hopefully we take
No, it's
care
gonna
of
be good
business
games.
there.
It's gonna be good games.
Yeah, it's definitely gonna be some good games.
I just-
I think given that this is the first year of the playoff system, I
Yeah.
think it's gonna be interesting to
Historic.
see how.
Historic, yeah.
It's definitely gonna be historic, but it's gonna be interesting to see how the playoff system is going to work itself out. To where years from now they either keep it at the top 4 or
Yeah.
they decide to expand.
Yeah.
But it's definitely gonna be interesting. So I'm looking forward to it. But just gotta say, fear the spear, baby, fear the spear. All right, Lone Wolf. How about your shout
Want me
outs?
to go? You got yours?
I got mine, but you go first.
All right.
Something
So
about mine.
I definitely want to give another shout out to we got the was it Pixel
Pixel Jam.
Pixel Jam, yeah,
guys.
for their game Potato Man. We're gonna check that out.
Definitely.
Yep.
Potato Man seeks the truth.
Seeks the truth.
Truth.
And if you want to hear from one of the Pixel Jam guys, check out my friends at Half-Ass Heroes.
Yeah, we'll put a link in the description.
Yeah, well, check out them. They actually got Greg. I forgot what his last name is. From Pixel Jam to actually go on the show, and so you get to hear him talk about what's going on with Pixel Jam and everything like that. So definitely check them out. That was my shout out, by the way. That was not my shout out.
I want to give a shout out to the Victoria's Secret fashion show because I watched it strictly on educational purposes, of course.
Fat.
So they cut out one of the parts I wanted to see. Ariana Grande got smacked in the face by one of the Victoria's Secret angels, angel wings.
Yeah.
And they cut it out of the show.
Yeah, there's because immediately, dude, that thing became a meme immediately.
Because their face is
She's like she is freaking out. Like this thing hit her in the face.
Yeah.
Like, dude, it's not that serious.
And shout out to PlayStation for getting the exclusive rights to Street Fighter 5. I can't. Hey, when you've been beat, you gotta admit it. You know what I mean? But there's a game out about making a sandwich.
Yeah, no. There's a game called I Am Bread.
I Am Bread. Is that what it is?
You're not making a sandwich.
The game.
You're making
what
your
the
way
fuck
across.
Is this?
You're making your way across the room as a random piece of bread, and you have to make it across the room. If you if you touch the floor, you'll start losing your edibility. You have an edibility percentage. As you move your way across the room, if you get zero edibility, you lose that rank or lose that level.
It reminds me a lot of
entire
Octodad.
thing, yeah. It's supposedly it's just as hard. You have to. The entire objective is to get to toast yourself. I shouldn't say get into a toaster, but to toast yourself. And I'm talking about you have. To
I think I'm gonna need to be toasted to play this fucking game.
You have to play. You have to toast. And it's not just like I'm toasting my entire bread. You have to toast one side of the bread and both. You have to toast both sides of the bread. So if you're on something that's toasting one side, you have to make sure you flip over. You can't overburn it.
It's
crazy.
It's crazy. Check it out. It's wild.
Yeah, wild is one word for it.
Lone Wolf, what's the shout out for this week?
All right, we have the end or the mid-season endings of Arrow. Well, Arrow for me tonight, Arrow, and yesterday of tonight was Flash.
Reverse Flash,
and we got to see Reverse Flash. And
he was scary looking.
I didn't think he was scary. I thought he was freaking badass.
They made him look scary, man. They gave him the red eyes and everything. He looked monstrous.
Yeah, I'm.
Who is he though?
More. I'm waiting to see more.
Who is he? My bet. I think that Dr. Wells is him.
No spoilers, but I don't think so. I still don't think so. I think he might be
definitely working with him,
but I don't think it's him. I really don't think it's him.
Or is he another Reverse Flash? He's trying to engineer. I don't. It's so
maybe
many questions.
Maybe it's two of them. Who knows?
I hate the fact that fucking Barry fucking splurged his heart out on Iris already.
No spoilers.
Why? I mean, like, can we love triangle already? It's just season 1.
It's not. Well, there's no love triangle.
Well, yeah, that's true.
There is no love triangle. What are you talking about? Love triangle. I'm more.
Yet.
I don't think there's gonna be a love triangle.
We'll see.
Technically no, there is a love triangle. Friggin' Eddie.
Yes.
So there's
that's what I'm saying. Like, it was so awkward. Like
that
last scene was so awkward.
It was so I just sat there like
I was like, I felt uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Like
be a fly on the wall.
Like I was like I'm watching it and I'm not watching on TV. I'm watching on Hulu, so I get to pause it. I'm like, I just felt some type of way about that.
I think I was actually surprised he actually did it.
Yeah, me too.
This early.
Yeah.
Like, I was waiting for a little bit for him to do it, but he did it.
Maybe season 2, maybe make it build up.
He did this season 1 finale.
Yeah, that's bold for a TV show.
Oh yeah, and tonight when I get home, after I get my food to eat,
it's
all gonna be about Arrow. I'm gonna watch me that Arrow freaking amazingness where he fights Ra's al Ghul. If you remember, it's not really Ra's. Ra's is what they said in the animated series Batman. Ra's al Ghul.
That's gonna be interesting.
There are people fan theorying about he's gonna kill Ollie, and Ollie's gonna be out of commission for a while, and maybe get revived by
Lazarus Pit.
Maybe, who knows? We don't know. I don't think Ollie's gonna win this one.
Well, he shouldn't. It's Ra's.
It's Ra's al Ghul.
Batman's about the only person, I think.
Well, the thing is, they're putting a heavy emphasis on Arrow. He is Batman.
He's the Batman.
He's the Batman archetype.
Yeah,
he's the Batman archetype now. Anyways, I have my shout out for Flash and Arrow, and also Constantine is not being pulled off the air.
Yes, we did it, guys. It was us.
We made it.
We made it. And then Diddy punched me in the face.
They are going to have a next season. Actually, the ratings for the show are actually quite high. They're actually the ratings
and rising.
Are rising, and they're higher than both Supernatural and Arrow.
Really?
They're higher than Arrow. I think Flash is actually higher than it though.
I know, because Supernatural.
Supernatural's been going for 10 years,
and it's still
going strong. I mean, they are not
that's my show.
CW head guy. He's like, I'm not gonna freaking pull that until like literally, dude. They've jumped the shark so many times, and
but they always do it so.
They do it well. They do it purposefully, and they do it well.
Yeah.
So I gotta just say, I'm
Dean.
Dean?
I'm Dean.
Dean is cool. Sam is cool, but I'm a Cass.
I mean, well, yeah.
Cass is my boy.
But I'm oldest. I'm the oldest child. I'm Dean.
I'm the oldest child. That would make me Dean. I don't want to think about that.
I mean, I am a fucked up person. I want no doubts about that.
Don't remind me how fucked up.
But I mean, Castiel is technically older than all of them. Yeah, so yeah.
He's kind of the big
brother. Yeah.
But yeah, just I'm glad that I will get to see my Constantine. Hopefully they'll be smart and pull it from its Friday.
Yeah, definitely.
Time slot and actually put in a time slot that would be good for it.
Yeah, definitely.
Give me something where I can actually
Give me some more DC TV.
Oh, got Teen Titans officially.
What?
Teen Titans is
Did not hear about this.
You didn't hear about this one? Krypton. They're having a Krypton 3 sequel show. I was about to say, if you hadn't heard about that one,
I heard about that, and it's like if you saw The Man of Steel, the best part about that movie was the first 15-20 minutes where they're on Krypton.
The way they changed how Krypton was.
Yeah.
And the way they
made it into this living, breathing, non-crystallized society, but the technology was still there.
The technology was still there, but I like the fact that they were in a civil war.
Yeah. I mean, and if you read the books, there are plenty of books about
pre-exploded
Krypton and the wars they went through, and my brain's toast because it's like 12 o'clock at night we're doing this, but very excited.
Oh yeah.
Anyway,
I'm psyched.
All right, so that's gonna do it for us on this week's version of Wollie Mopped Gaming. Please stay tuned. We got some announcements coming up. We're at the time you're recording this, we got about 1,200 free shares on our Xbox One competition. If you haven't done it yet, you still got time.
Keep
you
it
got
coming.
all the way to the 18th to share it. The post on our Facebook page, facebook.com/bestkeptsecret/Wollie Mopped. Please go there, share it. The Xbox is real. I can't say it no more. A couple people have been asking me,
or are we trying to trick you?
Are we trying to trick you, man? Just go ahead. You know what I mean? We got.
Yes, we're gonna give you an Xbox. It's
just a box.
Be a box
with an X on it.
With an X on it, and then we're gonna give you a $1 bill. Now we're not gonna give you $1. We're just gonna write one on it.
Yeah. But yeah, so we got that. Keep going to the Facebook page. Keep sharing. Keep listening. Subscribe. Tell your friends to subscribe. Video game tournament coming up soon. There'll be videos about that if we are or not going to have it. Either way, we're going to keep you informed. Also, what's coming out this month?
Guilty Gear.
Guilty Gear. So, you know, that's going to be a thing. I mean, a lot of stuff to look forward to. For me, Red K, Lone Wolf,
Woo!
Tony P.
Yo.
We out. Be good. Be safe, man. Happy holidays. If you can't be good, don't get caught.
Yeah, buddy.
Alright, besides the bullshittery that is PS4 exclusivity.
Stop being all butthurt.
Stop being a hater, sir. You cannot be a hater all your life,
Anyways,
damn it.
You got that killer instinct, man. You got that killer instinct.
Yeah.
We'll get to that, man. Yeah. So like I was saying, Titty beat the shit out of Drake light skin ass on this weekend on Saturday.
Hey, does that prove that light skinned niggas can't fight?
that proved that Canadians can't fight. No, that doesn't prove Canadians can't fight. That fucking confirms the fact that fucking Canadians.
That's so horrible, you guys.
That actually confirms that light skinned niggas can't fight.
Name the last war Canadians were in.
Oh damn.
This past Iraq war, they actually supported us.
They sent troops.
Yeah,
medical troops.
That's you didn't say anything about. You said what was the last war they were in?
I'm just saying if Drake shows up at my door, I just make the nigga some tea or something like that. But anyways, right? Get a nigga a wheelchair, he'd be feel comfortable. Anyway, so no, I'm not hating on Drake. Let me stop hating on Drake because he had a rough week. So basically, first, Chris Brown dumped Karuchi Tran. Karuchi, Coochie, Kerche.
I don't fucking know who you talking about.
I'm
not you cool people.
I mean, it's Chris Brown's bitch after Rihanna.
Oh.
Yeah.
Did he hit her too?
Huh?
Oh.
When you hear what she did, you would be like, damn, I think he should have. So
what the fuck did he do?
So apparently he has not hit her in that sense.
So I wouldn't be sorry. He get my blessings on this one. So Drake and Chris Brown, they finally squashed their beef or whatever the case is and made some music together. Yeah, they was in the studio, made some music, whatever. Then Chris Brown went to jail. So Karuchi, Karache, what the fucking name is?
Whatever her name is. Well, the chick after Rihanna.
Coochie, yeah. Chris Brown's Coochie.
It's Coochie. That's what we just.
The model Coochie, yeah.
The model Coochie.
She, Chris Brown, when Chris Brown got locked up, they got out, everything was all good and everything, and they had broke up. If you the girlfriend of somebody after Rihanna, you gonna have some self-esteem, issues. Like, like damn, this nigga just had Rihanna happen for me,
Like,
right.
But anyway, so they got out, and Chris Brown got on stage, and he was like, they had already been having some problems, whatever, but they looked like they was happy. So Chris Brown got on stage, was like, well, my single ladies at? And all the females like, single ladies, da, da, da. And he was like, you know what? I'm single too. Fuck that bitch. Bitch wanna holler about fuck me?
Apparently he said,
fuck that bitch.
Hey, apparently he said these hoes ain't loyal, and I'm gonna prove it.
So yeah, exactly. So he got on the Twitter and everything. He was like, yo, that, and she got on there. She was like when niggas when you dump niggas, you see how they be in their feelings. So. She like put it on blast that she dumped him or whatever.
Oh.
So Chris Brown was like, listen, this whole ride or die thing you trying to pull, it don't work. Now when I was locked up for 4 months, you only came and visit me one time. She got money, so that ain't an issue. And while I was locked up, you having parties and partying, going out on dates with Drake.
Oh.
So basically putting on blast saying, you know what, bitch, you fucked Drake after we squashed the beef.
Right, like me and this nigga went at it.
Yeah, and now
we squashed it, and then you gonna go ahead and literally fuck this nigga,
and hate
knowing that me and this nigga had beef at a point.
So Drake came out.
Okay, now Drake, that was fucked up. That's like you just squashed your beef with this dude. Let me fuck his girl.
Yeah. I mean, but at the same time though, if she throwing it your way.
But you gotta think. So, certain situations, bros before hoes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It'd been different if them niggas still had the beef.
Nah.
Then I'd be like, you know what?
It just seems like go ahead. It doesn't seem smart. It doesn't seem smart.
On him, on her.
It seems very. You just made friends with, or you just squash some shit that you're supposed to squash.
That's what makes it even more grimy.
It's almost
tactically
like,
you're done. You should try to patch some shit up, or just leave the shit alone. It's done.
Right.
Why go to total opposite?
It's almost
direction?
as silly as a girl making up a boyfriend and making up the fact that she's moving away to break up with somebody to make him jealous, to make him come back, and then he doesn't. And I'm getting personal. Never mind. So anyways, right?
I detected a little bit of personal in there. I detected just a little bit.
No, I don't get them. But anyways, right? So like, so Drake comes out and he's like, "Yo, I didn't smash a chick. I did visit with her."
So in other words, he's trying to pull a Stevie J.
Kind of.
That's basically what he's doing. He's trying to pull a Stevie J.
Listen, Drake,
the streets know.
But Drake does have a point though. I mean, I don't totally believe him. He may have got some sloppy toppy. You know what I'm saying?
Hell, that's still as far as I'm concerned, you still effing with the chick. After you just squash the beef.
But let me tell you what he said. He said, I didn't smash a chick. I was only chilling with her because I'm messing with her friend. Right? You know what I'm saying? And that was the gateway in. Now, if you Drake, do you really need a gateway in to get with a chick? I mean, maybe you do.
Nigga, you are Drake.
Maybe you do.
Gateway do you need?
Maybe you do. But check it out, though, right? So he's like, yo, check it out. Look, if you look at my catalog of females he's been through, he like his women thick, and Karrueche is like Rihanna skinny.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it does make a certain kind of sense if that like. She really not his type, you know what I'm saying? And he would smash. I mean, he said Rihanna like the only skinny chick he ever mess with, you know what I'm saying? And like he like him stripper style thick. So he does make a certain kind of sense. So basically he's going back into all these backlash. Everybody's like, damn, Drake, you fucked up. You done sung to this bitch, now you fucking them. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So fast forward, Sunday night, they coming out of the Club Live. They in Miami. Everybody's down there for the art show exhibit, whatever. What they thought was, you know what I'm saying, Drake said something to Cassie, who was Diddy's main, you know what I'm saying?
Well, you technically, wait a minute. Well, okay, I didn't know that was his main now.
It been his main for a minute, for years.
Well, I mean, I thought that was his side for a minute.
Yeah, he don't have no main. How could it be a side? I
thought his baby mama was his main. That's why I said that.
Baby mama don't have a little baby mama. He pays child support.
Oh, okay.
You can't have a main that you pay child support to. That's out of bounds. How you gonna be my main and I pay you child support? You still got a nigga on papers, and I'm I don't know. But anyway,
okay. So Cassie's his main. Okay,
so
carry on.
Him and Cassie, they were leaving the club and everything. So whatever the case is, where it was that Drake said something to Cassie, DJ Sam Sneak tweeted that, you know what I'm saying, like Drake said something to Cassie. Diddy was close by and ain't like it and went to beating the shit out of his ass. So first they say he smacked him. So this is the part we know is true. First they said that Diddy smacked him. Drake was like, I ain't taking that shit. He squared him up. And when he went to square up, Diddy went to go put in the business to his ass. He Diddy bopped him. He Diddy bopped him.
Oh, Lord. Hey, that takes new meaning to the meaning. That takes new meaning to Diddy bop. By the way, just for the record, for those that don't remember back 10, 11 years ago.
No.
Well, no, actually longer than that.
That's a bit long.
Well, no, okay. Well, for those that are old enough to remember. Remember when Nas came out with the video "Hate Me Now"?
Yeah, I do remember that.
Remember there was a scene where, I guess they showed, they had the scene where like Nas was being crucified on the cross.
Yeah.
Diddy was originally supposed to be
on the
part
cross?
of that too,
Oh,
but
yeah?
Diddy wasn't feeling that.
Yeah.
So he went to Nas's manager at the time to let him know, take me off of that particular scene. I don't want no parts of it.
Yeah.
When the original video aired, it had Diddy on the cross. Let's just say Diddy went and paid Nas's former manager a visit and proceeded to beat the shit out of him.
I mean,
with the bottle of champagne, by the way.
So this isn't the first time.
Why?
So needless to say, this is not the first time Diddy has beat the shit.
It's all or symbolic.
No. I'm sorry. Why? Like, maybe I don't understand this. Maybe it's just me. Why the fuck do niggas just do that? Just whoop this nigga ass. Just like don't think about it. I'm just saying. See, for me, I have a whole. I get mad. I have a whole bunch of shit go through my head. Like, okay, I'm mad. What can I do to hurt this dude? I can do something like mentally, just fuck his ass up mentally. Just fuck his entire day up. He won't know what the fuck to do.
Yeah.
But then he gonna want to try to fight. That's going to pose a problem. Then I can go the route, just go ahead and fucking try to fight him. Then I'll worry about, what does this nigga just snap and just start? I don't know, like, we just fighting. We're just fighting normally. And this dude just snap, just start going ham.
And then he just trying to tackle a building. Like in the middle of y'all fighting, just space to the building.
I'm talking about like I like do something, break an arm or something like that. This nigga's still trying to fight. Like, what? Or what if this nigga just got pull out a weapon or something? On a serious note, what if a dude pull out a weapon? Then what?
Right.
I'm gonna beat you with a champagne bottle. Wine bottle.
Yeah, he beat it with a champagne bottle.
Nigga just was like, nope, bow, and that would have been the end of Diddy.
Champagne bottle is fucking. It's hard to break actually.
Yeah, very.
But now watch.
It's not like how they do it.
It's not like a bar fight and shit like that. That's real.
But this is the funny thing about that whole ordeal. After he just proceeded to beat it with a champagne bottle, do you know that Diddy only got 1 day of anger management class?
I'm surprised he charged him at all.
Yeah.
I'm surprised. Really, he probably just shut the fuck up and, you know what I'm saying? But most people it's Diddy. But check it out. So what we do know is they started fighting. Diddy beat that ass.
Apparently.
And Drake is taller with longer reach, so I don't know how the fuck that happened. But
apparently Drake is not. Drake is a lover, not a fighter. I'm just saying. Apparently Drake's a lover, not a fighter, because apparently
Drake went to 100 to 0 real quick.
No, he went from 0 to negative 100 real quick.
He went 0 to 100 and back to 0. But we actually got the reason why. Check out why it happened though. It wasn't because Drake came at Cassie, even that's the way they tried to frame it.
Right.
Basically, this super producer, I forgot his name, Boy Wonder gave Diddy a track, gave Drake a track. Diddy sat on the track and was like, we'll see what happens. Drake liked the track immediately and started and did a song on it and tried to release it. So Diddy, being the hip hop, mogul and having respect in the game, felt like that was disrespectful. He didn't tell me he did the track.
Oh.
And you know what I'm saying? And
it's deeper than music, folks.
and I want to track. He's like I got seniority in the rap game, so he felt like that was disrespectful. So when he seen Drake, he smacked him.
Not
expecting Drake to square up. And then when Drake squared up,
How ironic is it though that you were waiting for somebody's birthday party to see somebody and then decide to go ahead and handle some shit like that.
So Diddy might have even sent Cassie in as like a distraction.
Decoy.
That's kind of fucked up. I think that's extremely fucked up. Like, what did
we say that? Can we call that a whole move if he did?
That's a whole move if he did.
If he
unless Diddy shows up at the door and it's like,
what the fuck y'all talking about?
Put the champagne bottle down, Diddy. Put the champagne bottle down.
Think like
And guess what? I still say, you know what? Even though you beat my ass, that was still a whole move. I'm just saying.
So the thing, so regardless of why they started fighting, the thing is now like Drake was in the hospital with a dislocated shoulder after fighting. So he nigga wears heart on the sleeve. You know what I'm saying? So this is what I'm saying. Okay, so. And this is gonna go into what you were talking about earlier.
Right.
What's gonna be the backlash from this when Drake get out of what you call it? Because we got Bad Boy Records, which is I don't even know what Bad Boy is anymore. What is Bad Boy?
Diddy.
I mean,
Diddy.
They're a distributing house, so they're even bigger than the record company. Bad Boy is the record company that record companies go to distribute their music.
Yeah.
So everybody runs through Bad Boy. They're like.
Right. That's why I just said Diddy pretty much because
exactly. So Cash Money, they got their Cash Money Universal.
Yeah.
And it might be some backlash, if not from Drake, Birdman. Lil Wayne.
We'll get
exactly.
We'll get to that later.
Exactly.
Go ahead, carry
no,
on,
I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Go ahead. Speak on it.
Okay.
That's called a segue,
For those of you, I know. For those that have been living under a rock, you know what I'm saying.
What's wrong with living under a rock?
You know,
Patrick.
yeah, that's right.
Feel me?
Yeah, I think
Under the sea, nigga. Under the goddamn sea.
All right. Anyway, for those that have been focused or unfocused, Lil Wayne has vented his frustrations at.
He must have read that shit on TMZ.
Vented his frustrations. No dude got mad.
Well, you know what I'm saying. Basically he's fucking pissed. You know what I'm saying?
Tell him why he mad, fool.
Tell him why he mad. His album got pushed back, which was actually supposed to come out December 9th.
Yeah.
Which is yesterday.
Okay, that didn't happen.
And obviously it didn't happen. So, needless to say, he was doing the show and let everybody know in attendance that he's in a fucked up situation with Cash Money right now.
Mm-hmm.
So, I'm thinking...
Oh, because the album hasn't come out.
Yeah, because the album hasn't come out. Now, you would think, given that Lil Wayne has been on the record label
since what, 15, something like that?
No, since before 15, like 10, 11. But he didn't start recording until about 12.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You would think him being on the record label that long and basically him carrying the label after, the Hot Boys dismantled.
Yep.
You would think that he would not have a problem being able to put out his own album.
I mean, whatever the case is, though. I mean, they got the thing is, I'm like, they got Young Money, but I guess Lil Wayne is signed to Cash Money.
But that's what I'm saying though. But that's what makes it weird because you're thinking because of the fact that it's largely him, Baby, and Slim. As far as like the three people that you know about,
as far as in the owner's box,
right? In the owner's box that you know about Cash Money. You would think that it wouldn't be a problem for him to just go ahead.
It must, and then with the whole Pyru and all that, and everything else going on. That I mean, like, it's deeper than what they making out. I mean, maybe he's just venting. I mean, football players do this all the time. They vent, pretend like they going somewhere just to get their shit, get what they want done. And I mean, we don't know what the situation is. I mean, do we know how far back it's getting pushed if it's even coming out?
Well, he said he's going to try to push it out, but he didn't disclose. He didn't disclose a due date as far as what he's trying to say.
But did you hear the real shit? Pusha T. Pusha T was, of course, him and Wayne beef a little bit.
Yeah. What the hell were they even beefing about to begin with? I don't even know where
who's the best. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so it's basically about who's the best. It ain't like some
good old fashioned dick slinging contest.
Yeah, exactly. So Pusha T was like, if you don't want owners who don't push your album back and get in the way of the music production come to good music.
I mean,
which is Kanye's.
Lil Wayne
you know
and Kanye, have collaborated on several tracks. So
fuck Lil Wayne. We got Juvenile back on Cash Money. I don't care. Real talk. Juvie is back on Cash Money Records making an album right now.
Wow.
So I can give a fuck about what Lil Wayne album sound like.
And this is the crazy thing.
Juvie coming out, back that ass up part 2. I'm good.
Now this was
Keep
crazy.
backing that ass
This
up.
was crazy. That is the crazy shit. If you think about it, before Lil Wayne became Lil Wayne, Juvenile was that nigga on Cash Money. Like 400 degrees.
Is it a secret why they acting funny now that they got Juvie back? You got Juvie back. He signed to Cash Money.
Oh, so he's signed.
No, he's in the lab right
That's
now.
what I'm saying.
With Cash Money.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Wow.
They got Juvie back. It's like, what? Wayne?
Now this is the crazy thing. Do you think that they're doing Wayne like this because Juvenile's back, or do you think they're doing this because of the fact that Birdman and Young Thug or do you think that because of the fact that them two
we looking for wait for Bill Cosby DNA test to come back.
There's so many weird things to think about in this situation because granted Lil Wayne, like I remember when the Hot Boys first disbanded, 15 years ago, that Lil Wayne had felt like he wanted to leave the label. Mm-hmm. But he rolled it out, you know what I'm saying, stuck through it,
that's all it had.
Rebuilt Cash Money from the ground up.
Lil Wayne was always my least favorite rapper in Hot Boys group.
Really?
It was Juvie first.
Oh, I mean that was a given. Trust me. I'm sorry. There's no way in hell you sell 4 million records and you're not the highest artist in the group.
I mean, but just besides, even not me at the time, not even knowing what albums sales were which. It was Juvie first.
Right.
Then Jizzle, BG, and I was like BG and Juvie was like neck and neck to tell you the truth.
Yeah.
And I'm from New Orleans, so you know what I'm saying. And then after that, I like Turk, and then I like Wayne.
Yeah, I mean, I can understand that.
I can't remember a hot verse that Wayne had before he was by himself, before Squad. But Lil Wayne wasn't Lil Wayne until what was it? What's the joint that he did that was Jay-Z song in Maya? Carolina Blue Kicks, Carolina Blue. I'm a rap face.
Best of Me.
Yeah.
Until he did the Best of Me. Until he did the Best of Me. On that Squad shit.
Until I heard Best of Me from Squad, I was like, what the fuck, Lil Wayne is?
The funny thing is, Lil Wayne.
I think I was fucking with T.I. at that time.
The funny thing is, Lil Wayne did start, definitely elevated, his rap, his rap
game.
style.
He brought
during
he's the reason we have mixtapes right now. Thanks for Young Thug, Lil Wayne. But yeah.
So you're telling me. I'm the
soaking it in, yeah.
Yeah, I'm soaking it in.
You're Tony in this conversation.
Yeah, I'm the Tony this time. But I can still speak louder.
Hey, fuck
you're telling me that I have to thank niggas coming up to me going, hey man, I listen my mixtape, man. This is shit raw and
Squad.
I'm like, I have
Squad
to
up tapes.
Squad up.
Lil Wayne.
I don't.
He started it all. He brought back the mixtapes.
Yeah.
Mixtapes were actually cassette tapes that you recorded from the radio at one point.
Yeah, it's like, I like this. Hold on, shut the fuck up, guys. And you record that shit.
Or like you be trying to record a mixtape, but if you guys don't know, I'm a DJ. So what we try to do back in the day, we get a tape and you stay up at night and you wait for your song to come on that you want to come up next. And you record it, you press play and record at the same time, and the tape cassette would play, but you didn't want the radio station drop to be in it. So, we were like Q93 or whatever, so like it'd be like song, you're able to song, so Q93, damn it, in the middle of the damn song. Now you gotta erase the song, go back to the beginning.
Do it all over again.
But if you were real cool, the trick was, when you stopped the song, you didn't press stop, you press pause. Right. Because if you press stop, in the middle of your tape, you can hear click, click.
Yep.
Exactly. When you press pause, it would just like mix and blend right
Blend
into
in,
it.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I don't know. We'll see what happens with Cash Money.
I mean, that's crazy though, man.
Yay,
That's
Street Fighter
crazy.
4. I mean, I just want.
Oh!